Hey, what's up, Bob? Hey, Bob, let me know. Can you hear me okay? Yes? Good. All right, cool. Good morning to you too, man. Yeah, I got out of work. Figured make a run down here. I don't really ever catfish Michigan much, but I thought I'd give it a shot. It's 12 of you guys in here. Appreciate everyone stopping in. So I'm just getting set up. I'm still switching a few rods over from Tennessee. Going to much lighter leader. Bob, I just renewed mine this morning. Haven't even been out in Michigan yet this year. Or yesterday morning, I guess, as it were. Just about done redoing this second rod. So, like I said, I was hoping to catch some flathead. I know they're in Michigan. I originally didn't. I thought we just had channel rats and bullheads. But I've got went and snagged some live bait. Nothing else. Hang out for a while. I'm going to put one rod out with carp gear on it. Skunked when you went. You know, I'm not going to be surprised if I get skunked either. I mean, I've never been a big carp fisherman or cat fisherman. My kids got the bug really bad to catch one, and then going down with Cindy and them fishing. You know, that was a ton of fun. I guess we have some decent flatheads in Michigan. I've just never caught one. Oh, let's see who we got here. A nice lively bait. Yeah, come here. So yeah, I went out and caught some green sunfish. So I got some like 4 to 6 inch greens. 504 here. Let me go put this other rod out. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Hey Rocky, I just got set up, man. Like, I literally just put the second rod in the water. I'm just changing stuff over from being down south fishing with Travis and Cindy. So those 2 rods that are out have got like 5-inch green sunfish on them, live or whole. Trying to see if there's any flatheads in here. And then I'm going to change this other lighter duty rod out and put it out for carp. Probably just put a big old wad of night crawler on it and get hit by everything in the water. Yeah, I mean, so like I've known that there were channel cats and bullheads. Never really knew that there were flatheads in Michigan. Started looking into it. The St. Joe Rivers turned out, I think, the current state record. They're supposed to be in the Grand River as well, so I figured, hell with it, give it a shot, see what happens. Nothing else, I get to hang out with you guys, shoot the shit for a while. Once I get this, I think I'm gonna throw corn on this instead of night crawlers. Just keep some of the small stuff away from it. In which case, I'm gonna use this floating leader I got. Just fear if I put a wad of crawler on this, I'm going to be in and out of the truck every 7 seconds for bluegills or something down there screwing with it. Versus if I go with corn, hopefully the only thing that's really going to mess with it then will be a carp. You caught a 62-pound flathead in Benton Harbor? Man, did you get that checked? Because that probably would have been state record. Or it'd have been damn close to it anyways. Alright, let me go stack some corn on this other rod, cast it out, and I'll be right back. I didn't really think about that extra rod I grabbed. A little short on the handle. Hey, Rocky. I am in Eaton Rapids, Michigan. Yeah, but Bob, I think that one was taken with bow fishing, so I don't know that I would count that one. Decatur. I know I've heard of Decatur. I just can't remember where that's at. I might have to put that carp set up on one of the other big rods. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I've got family from like Battle Creek, Three Rivers, Union City, Athens, that whole area. So not that far off from you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one, Bob, they took it out of the St. Clair River, maybe St. Joe River, and they took it bow fishing. I don't think the state distinguishes the two, but in my opinion, bow fishing it is not the same as catching it rod and reel. Oh, very much neighbors then. Did they have any damage with all the storms that went through down there? I know the tornado that hit Union City. I got some friends that were in that path that lost their house, and some other ones that had some damage. Cockeyed, isn't it? Oh, a little fuzzy, but that way you guys are zoomed in, you can see a little better. Gotcha. But the ones that still live there, they didn't have any damage or anything. They're all good. Man, it was bad all the way from Three Rivers all the way over was pretty terrible. Hopefully they're all good. Yeah. Um, so I mean, you know where Union City Lake is? Yeah, there's videos of it. You can pull it up online. Someone on the kind of southeast corner of the lake caught a video of it, but the tornado basically wiped everything across the north side of the lake going towards Union City. Just wiped that all out. What's up, Jimmy boy? How you doing? Jimmy, I knew I was getting out of work early today, so I figured come down and see if I can't try to find one of these flatheads that we supposedly have in Michigan that I've never caught. Honestly, man, I think it's not going bad. Yeah, the other one was farther south too. Gotten a wreck in my truck, so waiting to deal with insurance on that. But other than that, I mean, I'm sore from it, but get that figured out, go from there. I am on the southeast side of Eaton Rapids, um, fishing on the Grand River. Well, I have never caught a flathead in Michigan. I've never caught a flathead, period. So we have them. I caught some bait. Figured I'd come out, put a couple live rounds out, see what happens. I mean, one of the other guys that was in here said he got one. Shoot, I can't remember what river he said, but he got one 60 pounds in Michigan. State records in the mid 60s. All right, man. I really appreciate you stopping in. Um, Definitely stop back. We'll be getting some more fishing and getting into fall, some hunting and stuff. We'll be hunting right down the area you grew up. Yeah, I figured I'd come give it a couple hours. You know what I mean? I could go home, waste some time, or I'd come down here and waste some time. All right, man. Well, be safe at work, be profitable, be successful, be smart. Remember, it's just a job. Later, Jimmy. I do appreciate everyone who stops in, says hi, drop a message in the chat, drop a like if you feel like it. If you don't, that's cool too. Just appreciate having everyone here. So we're in near Eaton Rapids, Michigan, and I am trying to get my first Michigan flathead catfish. Later, Jimmy. Yeah, they don't separate the bow fishing from hook and line. The hook and line record that it took was like 54, 58 pounds, something like that, if I remember right when I was looking at it. Which that's way harder than bow fishing them. And don't get me wrong, I know like you guys are in Cindy's chat. I like bow fishing, but when I bow fished, everything I shot got used. I gave it away to some friends and family who would, utilize it. But I only ever shot carp, bowfin, and gar. Um, I didn't even think it was legal to shoot catfish with a bow, but it definitely should be in different categories. What's up, Northern? How you doing, man? Northern, we're chilling in my truck watching rods right now because my light is dead. Otherwise, I was going to be sitting out there, have you guys up on a tripod. Same time here, Northern. Whereabouts in Ontario are you? I'm curious because we used to, when my dad was alive, we used to go up there a bunch fishing. We would go north of Wawa, up towards Chapleau, that area. North Bay. God, why does that sound familiar? Is that on Lake Superior, North Bay? $7 hours. Okay. You're a ways away from that then. It seems like everybody knows where Wawa is, which I don't know why. Okay. I know I've seen Lake Nipissing on maps before. That's a big lake, isn't it? Like big, big, big water. It's cool. I'm glad you guys are, awake and were able to stop in, whether you're heading to work or getting up or whatever. But it's first early morning stream I've done like this. I decided to set a goal this year after going down to Cindy's and doing the fish extravaganza with her that I'm going to try to do everything I can before hunting season kicks in this year to see if I can get my subscribers up and my watch hours up so I can try to get to the point of being monetized. Not that I think I'm going to make any real money out of it. It's just a goal. the whole wrecking my truck thing last week is gonna kind of put a damper in me doing too much with the boat for a while. So figured I better find some spots I can shore fish and do something to try to keep putting some content out. And my dad was a big walleye fisherman, so Lake Spirit's quite far from there. Okay. So you're farther inland, quite a bit farther inland. Bob Sandy's not in here, so you can get away with it right now. No, I didn't let her drive. I've got a very old, very sick dog, and she was staying with family downstate when I went down fishing with Cindy. And when I was driving down to go pick her up, I had a garbage truck pull out in front of me and slam on the. Well, he stopped, pick up trash at a house. It's a rural road, so everyone's doing 55 or 60, and I don't know if he just didn't see me or what, but he pulled out, stopped. I slammed on the brakes and ended up sliding into the back of the trash truck. So I got real lucky. I had just last September I put on a ranch hand big steel bumper and brush guard combo, and that's the only thing I think that saved me. It made the impact hurt more, but I think if I didn't have that on, I would have wrapped the front of this truck right around the back end of that thing. Yeah, Northern, I got out of work and I was saying a little while ago, I made a decision that I'm going to try to put out more content. Yeah, no, you can't beat a big bumper, thank God. Try to put out more content. I'd like to get by hunting season, just as a goal, I'd like to get to the point where my channel can be monetized. I don't know if I'll get there, but just I wanted to try to set a goal. I mean, I've already got when I hit 500 subs, which I've got a little ways to go, but when I hit 500 subs, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna do a giveaway for everybody, and since I do hunting and fishing, I'm gonna have 4 or 5 items each, hunting related and fishing related, and do 8 or 10 winners, but there'll be winners for stuff hunting and winners for stuff fishing. Yeah, and it's not like I want to, I think I'm going to make a fortune off of YouTube or anything. That's not my goal. It's just I kind of wanted to set some sort of target, and it's like, well, if I can hit monetized by deer season, that would be neat. So it's on me. I just gotta figure out more time I can go. I mean, I've got my boys on the weekend, and they love going out in the boat. The one loves fishing. The other one, he's nonverbal autistic. He just likes being on the boat in general. Um, so getting them out on the weekends is always, excuse me, always a goal, weather permitting. But I got a couple days during the week where my work schedule is gonna should allow me to get out. It'd be about this time, but I mean, if I can get out and put something out, that's better than nothing. Oh, no kidding. I did not know that. There's something swimming up current. You guys see that? I don't know what the hell that is. That's a duck or what? It's gotta be a duck. Yeah, you guys can see it. It's going behind the rods right now. Interesting. I wonder how. I haven't heard anything on Kick for a while. I know when it first fired up, it was like the big thing. People were all into it. But I haven't really heard anything on it for a while, so I don't know how it's doing, how the platform is. I think I've only ever been on it once. Yeah, solo duck race up current. I think the big reason I came down here today is one, they've got this parking area where I knew I could get parked up close to the rods, but there's two dams down here, and I've only ever been down around the one that's like right downtown because they've got a playground right on the middle of an island, so I can have both the kids down there, and they can both be, either fishing or they can go jump on swings, play on the slides, play with other kids, and it's literally 20 feet from where the rods are, where I'm sitting, and then to where they're playing. So I've not been to either this area or the next dam farther down, which I want to go check that out before I head home today. There's also supposed to be a boat launch or something, maybe 2 miles upriver. Yeah, this is definitely like mode park. I'm probably not supposed to be parked the way I am, but I figure if a cop shows up, I'll just tell him, oh, well, I didn't want to park on the side of the road, so I just turned off. One of those easier to ask for forgiveness than beg for permission things. The only thing I screwed up on was I intended to stop and grab myself like some donuts or a drink or something on my way down here. Totally forgot. Was just focused on getting here and getting set up. Yeah, so you get it. It's autism is weird. It's such a wide, spectrum. Like, I know when I was in school, I got tested and I had, reading disabilities, so I had some, when I would take tests, I had some special stuff I was able to do when I was taking a test. And I wonder if, like, if I was a kid now, if I wouldn't have tested on spectrum for something. And then, like, I know people that are on spectrum that'll carry on a normal conversation. And, and I know people that, or I've met people that are, far more challenging than what my son is. He's a cool kid. He's happy just to sit back, chill, and relax. Doesn't usually get too wound up. Yeah, drinks would have been nice. I could have gone for a coffee or chocolate milk and donut. Sounds pretty good right now. I just like to see one of those two big rods get hit. Really don't like that shorter rod. I didn't even think about it when I built that. I threw that rod holder together this weekend with my boys. I asked my son, who's like my youngest son, Easton. I said, "Hey, bud, you want to pick out the paint color?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I go, "All right. Well, any of the spray paints on this shelf, you can pick out whatever color you want." And I was looking at some of the hardware or something I had grabbed, and he goes, "All right, I want to do this one." I turned around, and it doesn't show, but it is the most fluorescent neon green spray paint they had in the entire store. And I go, "You really want to do that one?" He's like, "Yeah, it kind of looks like a snake skin." And I'm like, "All right, the safety cone green snake skin, let's go." So I had him help me put that together this weekend. And I wasn't thinking about the short rods when I built it. They're not quite long enough to drop all the way down into the base. No, Michigan. Thanks, Bob. I appreciate the comments too, man. Yeah, he was all gung ho about the neon green spray paint for the rod holder. Mabel, I'm in I'd say south central Michigan. If you do the left hand and you go about halfway between your knuckle on your middle finger and your wrist, about right there. It is very nice during. If you like snow, it's fantastic. Southern Michigan is Bob. Hey, thanks again, man, for dropping the comment. Actually, let's see if I can pull that back up. Where was that at? There, pin that one. Thanks again, Bob. Stuck in Arizona. Well, so southern Michigan, we get snow. We get plenty of cold weather. Zeros, -5, -10, -20. That happens, and we get, we'll get snowstorms. We'll get a foot, 14 inches. My parents live in the Upper Peninsula in what's called the Banana Belt. It's halfway between Lake Superior and Lake Michigan, kind of right down the center of the UP. The last snowstorm they had, they got almost 5 feet in, I think, about 30 hours, 28 hours, something like that. One of the neighbors was good enough to go take a picture from the end of their road, because they live on a dead end road in the middle of nowhere up there. There's, I think, 10 houses on their street, and their street's 7 or 8 miles long. Everyone owns a big piece of property. The people who were able to take the photo, the only reason they were able to get to the end of the road and take it is because they have dog teams. So they were able to take a dog sled out and get photos. Oh, I believe it. I mean, Northern, I'm surprised you only got 7 feet. I want to say they were in like the they finished off somewhere in like the 330-ish inch range for snow. Don't quote me on that. Several hundred inches of snow total throughout the year. I know that last storm, when they got that, it filled the front yard and then the snow was coming up onto their front deck, and their front deck is probably 4.5 feet off the ground. Northern, if you told me that you had 70 feet of snow, I'd have believed that. What's up, man? Appreciate you stopping in. Okay, so that's like for the full year, you guys got 7 feet total? Sure, I am trying to catch my first flathead catfish anywhere, but first flathead out of Michigan. Be honest, up until a couple weeks ago, I didn't even realize we had flatheads. I've only ever caught channels and bullhead. But now knowing that there's flatheads, now I've got an itch to try to find somewhere where I can get some flatheads out of here. You'd have to look it up, Northern, but I want to say the UP was somewhere north of 300 inches this year. I know at one point they had like 6 to 7 feet of standing snow in their yard. Maybe it was in the high twos, but yeah, I know it was a ton. It was I think this last winter was like in the top 5 or top 6 for snowiest winters they've had in a while. Oh, look at that. I don't know if that's a mink or a ferret running right along the edge of the river right there. Just went behind the rod holder. Damn. I think it was a mink. Damn, that'd have been cool. I used to be really into hunting and fishing stuff as a kid. I finally got back into YouTube. Oh, now that I'm out. Oh, you saw it, Northern? Yeah, I thought it was a mink too. I know we've got mink around here. It's not that many, but yeah, Marvel, you'll have to stick around once I get figure out what's going on with either getting my truck fixed or replacing it. I've usually been out this time of year. I've usually been out on Lake Erie 3 or 4 times, the Detroit River 4 or 5 times. But I go out with the kids and we do pan fishing. Get a little later in the summer, going into fall, we go over to the west side of the state and go trolling for salmon. And then once late October kicks in, it's pretty much deer season. I gotta fill the freezer, that way I don't need to buy meat for the year. There's a few videos on my channel from last deer season. I was live with the chat for one of the bucks that I shot. YouTube rules, I couldn't show shooting it, and then it happened to be right at dark, so I had to it was like a sleeping duck or something just floating down river, so I had to block the camera when I shot it, and then I ended up having to find it the next day because the rain washed the blood out, and I already have a hard time seeing blood. And then there's one video on there. The second buck I killed was a wide 8-point. Got that all on video, and that got posted. So have to check them out, see if it's something you like. But I do a bunch of fishing, a bunch of hunting. Big thing for me is I like getting my kids out as much as I can. So I'm toying with the idea, because I just went down to Tennessee. Marble, the farthest west I've been is I've done Colorado for elk. I didn't get one. Two of the other guys had cow tags. They both got one. I only saw one elk the entire time I was there. Well, let me rephrase that. I saw one elk the whole time I had a rifle with me, and it was a cow, and she was running away. Saw lots of mule deer, but that was about it. I've done South Dakota for pheasants. As far as going west, probably Colorado is the farthest west I've been. I've got family in Washington. They're big into salmon fishing. He's actually got his own, my uncle has got his own lure manufacturing business. He makes up like inline spinners and stuff for salmon or for trout. And then he does like crab pots and shrimp pots, things like that. I have to see what the schedule looks like, but it sounds like I've got an invite to go down to Virginia for deer hunting. Looks like their rifle season and ours opens the same day, but theirs runs till like January. I think it's November, December, and January. Our firearm season opens November 15th and runs through the end of the month. So I might look at going down to Virginia, which will be cool because I've not killed a deer with a traditional rifle. We're allowed certain calibers here, and they have to be straight wall. So like, think about big pistol rounds, but they're developed for these areas where you got big areas of farmland surrounded by residential, and they don't want you running like a 308 or a 30-06. I've been to California, but that was just family visiting. I know the rural areas out there are gorgeous. I'd love to get out there and pig hunt or even just go out and go fishing for a few days would be cool. But that first live green sunfish out on that left rod, I went with a 2-ounce no roll. I think I should have went heavier. That took that a minute to settle. Probably should have went 3. I put a 3 on the right and put a little bit bigger green sunfish on that one. That rod was just wiggling around, but I don't think it was anything other than the fish. There's not really any wind to speak of. Scenery wise, with the locals are really. Gotcha. Yeah, that's probably that. And I like fall. I like winter. That's probably one of the main reasons I don't think I could move out there. Just everything about California seems to be a political issue. Would say high on my list. Like if I was gonna, if money wasn't an option or wasn't a concern, and I could just go do whatever hunting trips or fishing trips I want, doing moose in the Yukon is really high on my list. Doing Kodiak Island for brown bear with a bow, I'm currently saving for that. And then I've always wanted to do like a family vacation to Hawaii and do a pig hunt while I was there. Just because everyone goes to Hawaii and they're like, oh, the beaches, the hotels, this, that, and the other thing. I think it'd be cool to go down there and go shoot a pig. Just so when people ask, like, hey, what'd you do in Hawaii? I shot a pig. All right. Be the weird one in the group. The Yukon moose hunt is insanely expensive. The Kodiak Island brown bear hunt is also very expensive, but I can save for that and get there eventually. What up, SoCal? How you doing, man? Man, right now I'm just out here drowning bait. You are along for the ride of trying to figure out where to catch flatheads in Michigan. Ooh, that bad, huh? That would do it. I think I'd rather have the rain than the wind. I mean, I guess it depends on how windy it is. If it's windy enough to wake you up, it's probably way too windy just to do a boat test. Plus, if you're concerned that you're going to have, an engine problem or whatever, you don't want to be out with it being that bad. You've been working on your boat for a while, right? Getting it rebuilt and refit. Yeah, maybe the wind will lay over, and later this afternoon, evening, it'll die out, and you can get out there. Yeah, I get you. I remember going places with my dad, and it's blowing so bad, we just pull over. It's just not worth. You can keep driving. I want to say we were going to. We towed his boat from Michigan to Florida one year because we were going to be down there for like 10 days. So we took a boat down with us, and I don't know where we were at, but we had to pull over somewhere because, like you said, it was so windy. You just feel it dragging the ass end of the vehicle around really bad. Shit, man! By the time you're done, it's basically going to be a new motor, touching just about everything on it you can touch. Well, the nice thing is, if after you've gone through all of it, got it all working, God forbid you ever have a problem with it, but you're gonna know in a hurry what that problem is just because you've touched it all. Yep, here comes the duck race. Yep. Waiting for one of these ducks to slam into my fishing line. That'll be fun. Kind of curious, how dark is it? Oh, perfect. Dump the headlights and still see. Bankruptcy on a trailer. Well, I mean, it's a boat. Break out another 1,000. It's a big hole in the water. You throw money in. You know, whatever acronym you choose, they're all accurate. And then when everything's working fine, you get the itch to upgrade something and spend money on crap that was fine yesterday, but now all of a sudden you want to do something different. Is it last year I added there's a company called Boat FX, EFX, and they do staircases that bolt onto your trailer. So if you've got like a really tall boat, or if you, I guess even bass boats, make it easier to get into them before you launch it or while it's on the trailer. I bought a set of those and put it on. And then having the kids out last year a bunch, I realized I hate going to the front of the boat to put the trolling motor down, because every time I did, I'd turn around and one of them would be leaning over the boat or doing something. So this year I upgraded and put on new trolling motor that's got the auto stow, auto deploy feature. So that was $3,000. The other trolling motor still worked fine. I wanted the convenience of not having to walk away from the kids and just hit a button and everything, go down, come back up. Oh, and then I took the boat down to Cindy's for while we were fishing down there. Only used it once. And then the roads in Tennessee are so damn narrow. Coming back, I clipped something on the edge of the road and ended up cutting a tire. Do you sort out the kittens in boat? Kids. Did I say kittens? Oh, that sucks. I don't know that these ones. It was the first time after I put them on, we were leaving. I had to work, and we were going to. I think we were going up to Saginaw Bay, and we left my house after dark, and ended up hitting a deer with the ladder on the trailer, and it didn't move an inch. It just, I mean, it ripped the deer to pieces, covered the side of the black and mostly white boat with deer parts, and it was completely fine. Oh, you had cats in your boat? oh, oh, man, that sucks. Yeah, I got a blown out tire I need to replace. And then one of the two fenders. I noticed that came loose. That needs to get fixed. And one of the side rails, one of the bolts pulled through or rotted through or whatever. I need to replace that as well. The big hole in the water you throw money in. Northern SoCal. You guys saw Jamie's channel got hit again, didn't you? Jesus. Yeah, it's always something. I think when I redo, oh, he got another channel strike. His new channel is Big Jamie Outdoors, something like that. I think he had, I think it was something similar with, and I wasn't there for the strike, so I'm just going off of what I was told. But he had Sawyer on the stream with him again, and something happened where Sawyer was on video and Jamie wasn't, and somehow he picked a strike up. I don't know all the details, so I don't want to fully speculate, but it sounds like a bunch of bullshit. And I think what it is because he lists his videos the same way Cindy does, the same way I do, that, they're not made, they're not intended to be, for kids. So I'm wondering if the AI is picking up a kid being on there and flagging it. What's up, Jonah? How are you doing? I appreciate you stopping in and hanging out. It's been slow, but to be fair, I'm still trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing and where the hell I need to go to catch flatheads. Right. So I totally agree. Well, it's not even that. You got, yeah. And I don't know if it's because the host, and again, speculating, if the host is an adult and they list it as not made for kids, but then they have a kid that's the only thing that's showing, if that's flagging it or what. Because even the videos last year where I got to the point where I could start doing live streams, the ones where I had my kids with me, they were in the boat, but where the camera was positioned, it was always kind of facing me and the kids. So it wasn't like it was just them. But it's definitely seems to be pretty substantial bullshit. Like, I don't think Jamie has done anything other than have Sawyer on his live with him. Kid in Alaska got like 200 plus watching his lives. That's fucking cool. Yeah, I gotta imagine when you live in an area where most people want to go visit, it's a lot easier. It not easier, but it definitely helps with getting people in to watch. Yeah, SoCal, I think it's all done like it's just AI. Yeah, he is. He's super chill. If you guys, oh, all right, bear with me. Let me take you guys out there. All right, hold on. Picture's gonna get kind of crappy here for a second. It's not the flathead I was hoping for. It's a big, little chunky channel rat. Figure out how I want to mount this thing on here. Sorry, guys. I know the picture sucks. Just give me half a second here. I brought a tripod I had with me out here, but it's not a camera tripod. It's a hunting tripod. So take this, clamp it on that. That'll work. Grab pliers. All right. Dude. Yeah, I wasn't expecting really to catch anything today. I am nice chunky channel rat. I'm fine with that. Really? I'll let you go if you behave. See if I can frame this up. There you go, guys. It's not a flathead, but didn't get skunked. Big old dark guy. I'm going to say he's, I don't know, he's probably only 5 pounds, give or take. Thank you. Got a couple baits left, but this is what I'm using. These are just green sunfish. The last one was a little bigger than this, but seems to work. And hopefully it shows up. I like the tail hook just right behind the fin. That way when they're on the bottom, they can try to kick away a little bit. And I'm just running kind of what Cindy and Travis said, beating the swivel, and then this is on a 3-ounce no roll. Sweet, we didn't get skunked. I have to figure out the Nightbot stuff so I can start Hey Nikki, yeah, just the one. It's first fish this morning. Hey Cindy. I'm gonna let you guys sit here for a second. I'm gonna go close my truck up, and I might grab, if my chair is easy to get to in the back, I might grab that real quick. Oh, here. Hey, since we were talking about it, SoCal, Northern, we were talking about how I wrecked my truck. Had that garbage truck pull out in front of me. But that's a solid steel bumper, and it shredded that thing open. You can see it hit like right there is where it made contact, and then it actually made the whole truck come up and jump to the passenger side, and this took all the impact. That section of the bumper is fine, but then it kicked this side of the truck over into signposts and stuff. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just pissed. I mean, it's just the irritating side of owning a vehicle and having other people be allowed to own vehicles and drive them, and they do dumb shit. But it's what it is. Oh yeah, brush guard 100% saved it. And I mean, where I would have hit would have been kind of right at the plate at the back of the truck where they kind of that the back end scrapes the trash in and compacts it. That would have went right straight into the center of my grill had I not had that bumper on. Now I do think, and it didn't trip the airbags, so that's a positive. But I do think it made the impact hurt more. I was going to pick my dog up, and it was a rural trash service. I was on a 2-lane road. It was 55 miles an hour, so everyone's doing 55, 60. And he pulled out, I don't know, maybe less than 100 yards in front of me. And when he took the corner, he immediately stopped because he had a house right there he had to pick up. So I slammed on brake. I was already slowing down, but then I pinned the brakes and just ended up going right into the back of him. Yep. There was a couple of reps that showed up from the trash company, and they both said that's the first time they've ever seen a vehicle rear end one of their trash trucks and then drive away from it. Because I mean, it didn't touch anything other than moving the tray that the battery sits on. I mean, the hood still pops open, functions correctly. It definitely didn't do nearly as much damage as what it would have. What's up, AJ? No, so I had got a dash cam. I bought that truck new in 2020, and I bought a dash camera. I got one given to me as a gift when I bought the truck, because that was my first brand new I bought it vehicle. When I went to college, I had my first 3 years were fully paid for, so my dad leased me a truck as a graduation gift because it was Dodge had some deal on Dakotas where it was like $100 a month or something like that. It was stupid cheap. So he leased me a truck. And then that was the first brand new vehicle I've ever bought. someone bought me a dash cam and it took a crap, and it was always, yeah, you need to buy a new one, I need to buy a new one. Never bought a new one. The trash company has got cameras front and rear on their truck though. The only bad side is because it was a rural delivery truck, there was so much mud and dirt caked on the back of the truck. Even the officer said, I can't read the license plate on the trash truck because of how much mud was on it. So they had to climb up on the truck and scrub the plate off so she could see the plate. The only tail light that wasn't coated in mud was the one that I ended up smashing into and knocking all the mud off of it. Who ate what bird? What's up, Yakin? Yeah, so Cal, once I get this fixed, I'll be replacing the dash cam. I don't know if they're gonna fix it or not. So it's a 2020 Tundra, so it's got good value. I've got just went over 130,000 miles. KBB replacement is like, I think private party sale is 31 to 33, dealer is 34 to 37. And I mean, other than that accident, there wasn't a scratch on the truck. No, there wasn't a mark on it anywhere. So if they total it, then, you know, it is what it is. I'll figure it out from there. But I'm not a big fan of car payments, so it'll be whatever they give me plus I got X amount more that I'd put with it, but that would be it. Well, if it ain't faded, I mean Fabian. What up, man? Man, I have loved that truck. I only ever had one issue with it, and it was the secondary air injection pump, blah, blah, blah. It's some stupid emissions control thing. And there was a $350 bypass kit that I bought for it, and that went in and it was fine. It's been by far the most reliable vehicle I've ever owned. What'd you do? You and damn Jamie getting in trouble? What the hell? Wait, never mind. If it got you on probation, don't say whatever it was on mine. I don't need to be on YouTube jail either. Yeah, that makes sense. Big surprise, you get too loose. Yeah, BB slapped. Damn. Do you at least know his name? Bro just whipped it out and drilled you in the face with it, huh? It's fucked up. Mine, AJ, this is mine. That's not Fabian's normal channel, no. Oh, is your main? Oh, shit. Oh, you just can't post? That sucked. Well, shit, I'd say it'd be a good time for Jamie to do a fishing contest with you, but you two dicks keep getting your channels all messed up. Whatever he got in trouble for was bullshit. I don't think he did anything. I think YouTube's just weird. I think their AI software does some messed up shit. Man, you have to get on with Fishy and do something then. Have him bring in through whatever that other platform is. You got ways. Shit. Sounds like you're getting ready to threaten somebody. Yeah, agreed, dude. It's definitely like I don't know if they cracked down more or if they cranked up the sensitivity on the AI or something, but it definitely seems like people are getting hit for like nothing. It was a fuse. What's up, Terry? That's Tundra stuff though. I mean, like nothing really ever breaks on them. When it does break, it's either not that big a deal or it shouldn't be a big deal, but it's a huge pain in the ass to fix. But this has been such a good truck. I hope they fix it, but I don't know. I could see them total it. I think it's gonna depend on whether or not that bumper twisted the frame when I took that hit. Man, it's starting to feel like a small fraction of Cindy actually got some people in here. Shit, I'm gonna have to do more of these morning streams. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the brand new body style. I don't hate it, but it's just there's something about it just doesn't sit right. Now I will say there's been a few that I've seen that like specific color combos between the grill and the body, they've looked good. But most of them, something just doesn't mesh. Can't believe that channel ate that live green sunfish. That was the whole reason I put live bait on and didn't cut any of that up, because I was trying to avoid the channels. Yeah, I liked my generation. I liked the 20 through 24s. I think all the way back, what was it, like through like 18 or 17, they were all kind of the same. 16. But I mean, when I bought that, half the reason what did I not notice? Trout gang. Damn. God. Put that in a timeout. Jesus Christ. Who's logged in under Trout gang? Did Fabian, you switch over to that? Of course it's fucking Fabian. I feel like he's got stills from that video just framed up in his house. Yeah, can I agree? That was half the reason I bought this when I did. So in 2020, when I bought this, I was in the auto parts industry. I ran you only have 2 stills from that. I find that fucking hard to believe. But I delivered auto parts to everybody, every major manufacturer except GM. But I had family that worked for GM. So I called, I had probably 80 different dealers in Michigan that I dealt with. I called all the parts department managers that I knew, and I said, hey, look, if you're going to go buy a truck for longevity, you're going to drive it into the dirt, and you're not buying something off of your lot, what would you get? Over half of them said they'd buy a Tundra, and then the other half split between GM, Ford, Nissan, Chrysler, or Dodge. And then like Ford, they wouldn't recommend buying their own turbos. They said buy the 5-liter, don't buy the turbo engine. And then the Nissan dealer said don't buy the Cummins unless you want to modify it, but then buy the Cummins. Well, now Nissan defunct on half tons, so they're out. Yeah, 5.0. And then Dodge and GM both had their newer transmissions out, and they were having a litany of problems with those. And then I found videos of brand new GMs coming off the lot that are coming off the car hauler. The engines went out on. And then at the same time, one of my buddies worked for General Motors. He did something with programming with their computer systems. He has it playing on a loop with a big screen in his bedroom. AJ, you're 100% right, he does. But my buddy who worked for GM went down to Texas to visit with their head of heavy truck sales for some project they were working on. And the dude had 2 Dodges sitting in his garage. And he said, no, I wouldn't buy our heavy duty trucks. So like that doesn't speak real highly. Fucking AJ's got it playing on a loop. He hasn't denied it though, AJ, you notice, right? Like he hasn't said anything other than, he admitted to having the 2 stills. We got him thinking about it. He went back over to check on it, make sure everything's still playing right. Yep, 100%. He's like, ooh, this is my favorite part. Fish goes in, fish comes out. Let's see, how are we doing on battery? I mean, you can't trust him any farther than you can throw him. And he's too far away for me to grab, so just assume whatever he's doing is probably terrible. That's funny. So hey Jay, what's up, man? How are you? So I decided last night I was going to come out today, and I'm like, man, if I'm going to try to catch flats, I really need live bait. And I'm looking like between my work and my house, there's nothing. I know there's no rivers. I don't go over anything. So I'm scrolling around and I'm looking, and in the industrial complex across the street from my work, they've got like 3 of these little retaining ponds. And I go, hell with it, I'll give it a shot. So I went over there, and they're fucking filled with these 4 to like 8-inch green sunfish that I knew they'd be just perfect size. And I know I'd heard some other people say they weren't good for bait for flats. So I went over there before I went into work and caught a few of them, put them in the bait well, went into work, and got in late, but I don't have to report to anyone, so it's not an issue. But got in there and I'm thinking, man, I hope that bait container don't tip over. It's sitting on my fucking passenger seat. Yeah, Yakin, I'm in Michigan. I mean, I filled the bucket with pond water, so when I went back out to the truck, it stunk like pond water in the truck. Didn't leak anything on the seats, but letting the aerator sit in there and run, you can definitely tell I filled it out of a scuzzy ditch and not like a lake or something. Yep. Yeah, make excuses, man. Missed out on a good time. Yeah, dude, you got to go. It's a shitload of fun. SoCal, I told you, man. You ever, if you make it up here, I got properties. I'd be happy to take you. Oh yeah, we had a mink running out here before sunup. He was running right along the edge of the bank. Shit, Northern, if I was anywhere remotely close to you, I'd grab you up in a heartbeat. But yeah, I've normally been out this time of year. I've normally been out a handful of times on Lake Erie and a handful of times on the Detroit River. The river run is finishing up. You can still get them on Erie, but I'm gonna have to go way farther out, and I haven't done the Starlink yet, just because I've got some stuff coming up that I might be moving to a different part of the state for a job, or a different job. So I don't want to do anything too drastic till I get that stuff figured out. I was almost moving to Ohio, but that fell through last week. But had that gone through, I'd have been 5 minutes from Lake Erie. I plan on Nikki, but I have vacation the 25th instead of. Oh, that sucks, yakking. There's next year. It's not. That's this fishing trip thing down there with Cindy and them is not going to stop. That is way too much fun. Everyone enjoyed themselves too much. They don't. I don't think Cindy fully grasps how big it's going to be. Yeah, I'm almost thinking that Cindy and Travis are going to do progressively less fishing. I think we may end up getting to the point where there's going to have to be people at a couple of spots, and her and Travis are just going to have to bounce from spot to spot, hang out for a while, go to the next spot, hang out for a while, go back. Because I mean, where was it, Cottonwood, when we were there, if the river was up, that whole bank that we were on would have been underwater, so you only would have had the area right around the boat launch. You're damn right we're gonna need more bank space. We're gonna have to get like 6 pontoons and just daisy chain them together and anchor them off somewhere in the river. Okay. Yeah, I guess I gotta look at because if I get Starlink, I want to get the mobile option, because my intention then would be to get rid of internet at my house and just, when I'm at the house, I'll run the Starlink there, and when I take the boat, if I want to take the Starlink, I'll take the boat out or take it out with me on the boat. Hell yeah. Man, can you imagine if we had like 6 rental pontoons on the river and just tied them nose to tail, nose to tail? My money's on Jamie falling through the gap between, well, maybe not all the way through the gap, but falling into the gap between them. I was trying to convince Cindy that she just needs to sell her house and Travis's house, and they need to buy a houseboat and just live on the reservoir. Hey, Jason's gonna be you, not Jamie. Well, you might go all the way through. Jamie's definitely going in, though. Nikki, you're not allowed to save them until after we get photos and videos, though. Content. Don't forget the content. I want your guys' opinion on this. I'm gonna have to go plug you in here. About to lose you. So Cindy was making fun of me because I told her I made this rod holder, and I used those PVC end caps on the bottom as opposed to drilling a hole in the wood, because the rod holder that they let me borrow, that they let me borrow down there in Jamie's, just went through and into the dirt. Well, I wanted to keep the end of my rods out of the dirt, so I just doubled up 2x4s and then stacked those or screwed those caps on. I thought it was a good idea. I thought, hey, that's smart. Come up with something neat. And she's like, well, we're not all prissy like you. I'm like, what do you mean prissy? Because I don't want my rods sitting in the mud. I thought it was a good idea. She made fun of me. All right, we're getting low on battery. We have to go back and sit in the truck. That way I can plug you guys in. Poor old wrecked truck. Door popping because the panels don't line up right. All right. Sorry about that. Damn phone went from like 20% to 8% to 5 to F you and shut off. Yeah, I figured it out. Yeah, I'm guessing this phone's the battery on this thing is got to be getting pretty wore out. Because I looked at it and it was at of course it's stuck somewhere where I'm doing or saying something stupid. But no, I had like 20% and figured I was gonna have to come plug it in here pretty quick. I heard, Nikki. Thank you. Hopefully somebody grabbed a screen recording of that, because those custom beats like that, they only happen once. I can't recreate them. It's a special event. But anyways, I had like 20% on my phone. I knew I didn't have my battery pack's not charged, so I'm like, I'll have to go back and plug back in. Turned around to walk back over here because the screen dimmed and it was like at 5. I go, shit, and I was trying to show you guys the truck as I was walking by, and it went to 4 and then just dead. Yeah, Nikki, sorry, you're gonna have to wait till the next time and make sure you grab a screen recording, because like I said, they're momentary. You gotta be in the moment. You gotta feel the beat, and yeah, you only get so many opportunities to grab that track. God, idiot! My own fault. I should have had the damn battery pack charged up. But I figured I was going to be sitting in the truck the majority of the time, or, right there. It wouldn't be that big a deal to walk back. I didn't expect it to go 20, 14, 10, 5, 4, FU, and then shut off. So I was just thinking, too, it's like it's 7 o'clock. I'll give it till 8. By the time I pack all the gear up, drive back home, it'll be 8:45. Lay down, get some sleep. So I'll give it another hour or so. I mean, at least it wasn't a skunk, I want to get a flathead. Happy to catch the channel rat, even though they're gross, and he had some weird ass tumor or some shit on his back. Looked like fish herpes. Probably got it from Fabian. Yeah, you want to bring me a coffee, Nikki? That sounds amazing. No, I was at work. I didn't leave work till 2 something, 2:30, and then I had to swing by my house because there was a couple of things I forgot to pack, and then drove down here. Rocky, I got picked up a channel rat. I mean, you could Uber Eats it and have it delivered to me. That would be cool. I'm fine with that too. So, Rocky, I got I don't know, somewhere between 4 and 6 pounds. Wasn't huge. Definitely wasn't what I was expecting to catch on live bait, but it better than a skunk. Nikki, you headed home already, right? Didn't you have to leave like the 28th or 29th? They were kicking you out of the country. Yeah, and I mean, I wasn't. This is probably the first time I've put any actual effort in Michigan into trying to catch flatheads. I took my son out last year. There's a short, well, there's 2 shorts on my channel. My youngest is all like super big into catching a catfish. I'm not sure what it is about a catfish that he finds so interesting, but he wants to catch one super bad. And he's at the age where like taking him to do an overnight is hard, but not undoable. So we went last year during the day, found a spot we could fish that had a playground right up against it. So when he, is distracted when we're not catching stuff, he could play. And we ended up getting like a 25 or 30 pound snapping turtle. And that was apparently the coolest thing ever, was this stupid snapping turtle. But other than that, I've never really catfished in Michigan. Just, it wasn't what I grew up doing. My dad didn't have any interest in them, so I never really fished for them. But watching Cindy's channel a bunch, buying some gear and going down there, then making the rod holder with a kid over the weekend, I'm like, man, I want to try to put some of this stuff to use. So we got flatheads. Let's try to catch one. Did not expect to catch a channel rat on live bait, but it's better than a skunk. Plus, with trying to set a goal to get my channel to be monetized by this fall, I've got to make an effort. I got to start coming out more often. There'll probably be some videos of, hanging out, doing stuff around the house too. But, organizing, hunting and fishing stuff, working on the boat, that kind of deal. I don't know if I can screenshot that or if that'll fuck something up. Let's try it. Cool. All right, so yeah, shrimp I've heard of using shrimp because guys use shrimp on slip bobbers for salmon. That's gotten to be pretty popular. Benton Harbor at the dam, or Constantine off the bridge right in the middle of town. Well, Nikki, that's because you're the best. Nobody beats the time-traveling giraffe. It's a fact. One, you're a time-traveling giraffe, which is already kind of badass. But then you're you, and that's even more badass. But I'll have to check into those spots, Rocky, and see how far those are. What's up, Ron? Lake Okeechobee, man, that is on a list of places I'd like to go. Hope the weather's good for you down there. Nick, you don't need to say thank you. You earn exactly what people think of you, and you're pretty awesome. Fish on a slip weight. Fish on the opposite side. Cast towards the loop and the power line as far as you can. Okay. If you're in. See, when I. You forgot the quotes around non-stalker. Slightly stalker. Ron, both. So I've got 3 rods set up. The 2 taller white ones have live green sunfish, and then there's a shorter rod in the middle, which stupidly I didn't check to see if it would fit in the rod holder correctly. It doesn't. That's got bait on it for carp. My main goal was catfish. So we were talking a minute ago. Like I when I was younger, I was never into catfishing. It just wasn't a thing. I bass fish, bluegilled. My dad was big into walleye and salmon, so I've done all that. Just because of some of the other channels I follow recently getting into catfishing. Went down and did a trip in Tennessee and caught several blue cats over 20. I kind of wanted to get a flathead and didn't realize that Michigan has some decent flatheads. Nothing like down south, but decided that goal now is to try to get a flathead out of Michigan somewhere. Rocky's giving me some good suggestions on where to go. So I took a screenshot of those. I'll have to see how far those are from my house. But normally I do stuff on the weekends with the kids, but I also made a decision that I want to try to get my channel to the point by this fall when hunting season comes around that I can be monetized. Not because I think I'm going to make $1 million off YouTube or be some giant YouTube success, but I just think it'd be cool if I got to the point of being monetized. If I'm going to do that, I got to get out more. So I am now on the hunt for my first Michigan flathead. So I went and caught live bait last night before work. Came out here today and caught a channel rat. You know, I'm surprised that Florida doesn't have big cats. It seems like, you know, maybe it's just the water's too warm or something, but it seems like it'd be a great area to be able to support them. There's plenty of food in the canals, in the lakes and stuff. I just would have thought for sure Florida. Okay, Northern does. But I mean, let's be fair. You guys do have some other cool ass options down there. None of us have peacock bass. You get tarpon and sharks, which I guess most saltwater areas get sharks, but the tarpon shit's pretty cool. Oh, too shallow. You know, it couldn't be a food issue because I mean, seems like there's plenty of food down there. Oh, dude, I love walleye. Walleye is like my first, foremost, top favorite thing to target. I think I've caught them in just about every way you could get them. I've caught them drifting, jigging, trolling, back trolling. Caught them on live bait. I mean, it's a shame that they eat so well. Otherwise, I'd let more of them go. But they just taste so damn good. It's hard to put them back in the water. Hopefully, we got a little better weather. Well, no, Saturday. I guess I got something going Saturday, so won't be able to get the kids out this weekend. At least not for anything big. Maybe some shore fishing. We're going to see some family. Might drag the boat down there, not sure. Probably shouldn't be doing anything real crazy until this situation is fixed. Oh yeah, hey, so we were maybe 3 packs. Shit, man, they don't last in my house. I love walleye. If I don't have the stuff to bread them and fry them, one of my favorite ways is take the fillets and just lay them out on a baking sheet on aluminum foil and put some pads of butter around them. And then whatever seasoning you want. You can do the normal like lemon pepper on them. But I like doing like a dry rub, like a brown sugar barbecue dry rub on them. And then bake them in the oven. And like 350, 375. And just bake them until the fillets start to kind of flake. And you put the pads of butter around so as it melts, it runs into the edge of the fillets and crisps them up. Man, that is good. And Nikki, I think the truck would tow it fine. I don't think there's nothing mechanically wrong that I can find. One less reason for cops to pull you over when you got one headlight that's obliterated. But yeah, I've done the walleye fillets like that where you bake them. I've done them barbecued. I've done them with like hot sauce. We took because we had them in the house. I took the Flamin' Hot Cheetos, crushed those up, and just kind of pressed them into the top of the fillet. That was good because that kind of crisped up a little bit and made like a spicy topping on them. We had some blackened seasoning, Cajun seasoning. I prefer fried. Fried's like all-time go-to, and it's got to be wet batter fried over dry batter for preference. And then if I can really have it the way I want, I'll have chili, and then I'll fry fish and put the fish right on top of the chili, or put chili on top of the fish. Either way, it's fine. Now I'm making myself hungry. Wish I was smart enough to remember to stop and gotten a drink and something to eat on my way down. What if my kids left any snacks in the back seat? Probably not. Little piranhas eat everything. Oh, dude, I bet you Doritos would be fire on top of fish. Now, did you fry them after you put the Doritos on them or bake them? Because when I did the Flamin' Hot Cheetos on them, we baked it. Oh, I almost forgot. Garlic parm. That was great. It was a like a dry rub, baked it. Hell yeah! So like a dry rub for chicken wings. Comes in like a little packet, like you get like taco seasoning to season 1 pound. Got that and put that on top of walleye fillets and baked them, and damn, was that good. Sitting here talking about food is a stupid idea. I don't know who brought food up, but you're a jerk. I got a half drink Mountain Dew or Pepsi. No idea when I bought this. Oh, yep. That tastes like it sat in the car for 3 days. Whatever. It's better than the not 3-day warm car pop that I had. Yeah, that's not great. So, Nikki, I figured I got to be somewhat strategic. I can't do evening lives. Definitely not on the nights that Cindy's on, because as soon as she goes on, she kills everybody. Yes, and yet we still drink it. You know, we got to die of something at some point. Microplastics and whatever. Yeah, something's gonna kill me eventually. But I can't go live when Cindy's live, because as soon as she goes on, if you're on before her, she just like murders everyone's channel. And I don't blame her. I almost want to leave my own live and go watch hers because it's more entertaining. It's like I need a second phone. That way I can watch hers and be entertained, and then be live on mine and be boring the 3 people that didn't realize Cindy went live. Dude, I know, you're not the first person to tell me that tonight. Like, I literally going through the nearest town to me, there's a Quality Dairy. I could have whipped in, got chocolate milk, got fresh baked donuts, because they would have been racking them at that point in the morning. No, I'm an idiot. Just drive straight down here. God, donuts sound good too. Quality Dairy has these called cherry chip donuts. It's like a cake donut, and it's got like little pockets of I don't know, it's like cherry hard candy that when they bake it, it kind of melts into the donut. We've got these little cherry pockets throughout it, and then the whole thing's glazed. That sounds damn good right now. Everything sounds good. I'm drinking a pop that's been heated and cooled in my truck for 3 days straight at least. Give it another 30 minutes, see if we can't pick something up. I don't think I'm going to see a flathead tonight. Can't be that easy. Got the channel. That was probably the biggest channel cat I've caught in Michigan, so that was cool. He looked gross. Well, now we've had dinner, and now on to dessert. Thanks. Give it another 30 minutes, see if we pick something up. I might keep the live up and take you guys for a drive. There's this other dam over here. I think it's a small hydroelectric. Never been there, never been by it. Just looked at a couple people with pictures online. So we might drive over there, take a look at that, keep chat up and running for a little bit, just hang out with you guys. Maybe I'll get distracted and crash on the way home, and you guys can laugh at me. Oh, it's gonna happen. Like a cherry chip donut, a cinnamon twist. God, one more. What other one sounds good? Ooh, cider. They got cider donuts. Yeah, that'd work. Mickey, don't tell me what to do. If I want to get distracted and crash, it's not like I can hurt the truck anymore. Yeah, Ron, I was going to take the kids. So I planned taking the kids Saturday here to this spot. I hadn't been here before, but looking at it online, there's a, like over here to the right, there's a swing set and, you know, a little mini playground. And I was going to let them bring their iPads or their tablets so they could watch a movie. I was going to get a pizza, and I figured we'd come over here, get set up, you know, half hour before dark. They could play a little bit, and then we'd sit in the truck, eat pizza, talk to you guys, and, you know, just let the rods run. And then I looked at the weather, and it's like, it's going to be 25 or 24 degrees, one of the two. Like, there's no way I'm bringing the kids out in that. Like, it's just, one, I didn't think we were going to catch anything. And two, they're not going to want to jump out of the truck in 20-degree weather and go reel a rod in if we did catch one. Yes, Nikki, that's accurate. Yes. I mean, I got a whole year until I have to be worried about you beating me for something that I wasn't supposed to do. So, might as well get it all out of my system now, because I can't, once it starts getting closer, I can't do anything that you're going to remember, because then I'll just get in trouble. You'll get Cindy to yell at me. Yeah, right. Yeah, 100%. It's all for entertainment purposes. I'd like to see one more fish. Even just on the corn rig on the carp, it'd be fine. I'm not complaining though. I legitimately came down here with zero expectations. I figured, you know, over the weekend, if I brought the kids, I could drive around. Great, that's good to know. You forget nothing. Awesome. So, instantly in trouble for whatever. All right, that's cool. I'll remember that. No, I won't. I'll forget that. But, you know, if I brought the kids down, I figured we'd drive around a little bit, look at the water, figure out where we wanted to fish. I figured this park, but there was two other places and get set up. Coming down here today, I had zero expectations. I didn't think I was going to actually end up catching anything. A little muskrat coming by. There he is. There he goes. The muskrat duck races. We got to get Travis to do another duck race. Cindy is funny. I'm dead ass. Cindy's the reason that I'm live right now. Not because she told me, hey, go live today. I doom scrolling one night. I found her channel. You know, thought her and Travis were funny, entertaining, so I subbed. And I think a couple nights later, doom scrolling, found her again, started talking to her, and she convinced me to start, you know, putting some content out and get to the point where I could go live. Because I think I had like 20 or 30 subscribers when I found her channel. What's up, Skeeter? How you doing? Man, other than the fact that I stupidly didn't pick up any snacks before I came out fishing, I'm doing good. Yeah, I got one channel cat, somewhere between 4 and 6 pounds. I didn't bother weighing it; it wasn't that big. Um, the whole reason I came out is wanted to try to catch a flathead. Never caught one. Realized we've got them in Michigan. They're supposed to be in the Grand River, which this is Grand River. This spot's like 25 minutes from my house. I was able to go in, work last night, got out 2:30 ish. Drove down here, got set up. So was not expecting to catch anything. Very happy that I caught the channel cat. Was not expecting to catch that on live bait, but you know, it is what it is. It was a fish. It was better than a skunk. We've had the whole gambit of wildlife come by today. There's been normal geese and ducks. We just had a muskrat go swimming by. It was about 5:30, 6:30 in the morning. We had a mink come running up the shoreline, go by the rods. And then, like an idiot, I forgot to charge the battery pack, and the phone was getting low, so I had to come back and go sit in the truck. And before I made it back over here, the phone took a crap. Luckily, YouTube was nice enough to let me restart the stream from where it was, and a couple people stayed. I think we're supposed to be 74 today, something like that. I don't know, it's gonna be warm. Definitely won't be able to do this tomorrow. Yes, according to Nikki, when the stream froze as I was coming back to the truck, apparently I made some fantastic music, and I told her it's kind of a, moment by moment inspiration. So if she missed recording it, she's just out of luck. It'll never be the same again. Monster Fishing, what's up? Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. I feel awkward doing the YouTube thing, where it's, hey guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, make sure your notifications are turned on. That way you don't miss anything. Yeah, I want you guys to like the stream. Yeah, I'd like you to subscribe. It'd be cool if you had your notifications turned on, but I think it's just cool that you guys came in and are hanging out with me. What's up, Peace? Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Peace. You missed the whole portion of the conversation where we were like, where I was complaining that I didn't bring any fishing snacks and how donuts sound fantastic right now. And you're just like, just wanted to stop in, having my eggs and sausage. Appreciate it. That's fantastic. Not sitting over here hungry or anything. Drinking a at least 3-day-old Pepsi that's been sitting in my truck. Yeah, Ron, I figure if you guys are good enough to stop in and say hi, the least I can do is carry on a conversation with you. Yeah, Monster, I didn't forget the snacks. This kind of became a like last minute decision ish last night that I would go that I was going to come out to this morning, and that was only dependent on whether or not I could find bait. And these retention ponds over by my work are full of these green sunfish. So I caught a handful of those. It's like, all right, cool, I'm going. And then this morning when I left work, I go, I should stop, grab a drink, grab some donuts, grab something, have something to eat. And I was too stupid. I forgot to do that. I'm going to the dentist at 8, so you're better off than I am. Yeah, that it doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun. I mean, Nikki, I'd be fine with just a sausage patty at this point. Well, Peace, I'll tell you the same thing I told Nikki. You're more than welcome to DoorDash something to me. That's fine. I'll eat whatever you guys. Well, that's not true. You see, you guys send some weird shit. But yeah, if someone DoorDash donuts to me right now and a coffee, that would probably be fine. So Peace, my left knee is feeling better. It's still tender. I jacked up my right wrist. That's again feeling better. My neck and my back though, that got progressively worse over a couple of days, and it's gotten a little bit better, but it's more like instead of being localized into like a 1 foot area, now it's starting to kind of fan out, and like it's down into my lower back. It's still in my neck and my upper back. This sucks. But I'm still here to feel the pain, so that's a lot better than the alternative option of not being here. I'll be here and be miserable over being dead. That would suck. Yeah, I've got a cousin who she has her doctorate in I don't know what, but I know she also has some physical therapy training as part of her doctorate. So I saw her last Friday, and she took a look at it, and she's like, "You probably should have went in and gotten checked, but it seems like you've got." I had all the symptoms of a concussion, and then she said it feels like my back is out of line, which I would agree because it hurts if I sit a certain way. It's fine if I just sit normal. You only deliver Happy Meals? I mean, okay. Again, I think the delivery time frame may be a little effed up, and I can't do anything here for blue cats. I can try to put you on a channel rat though. They're disgusting. They're smaller, but it's essentially the same thing. Still a fish. I wish we had blue cats here. Like, I wish I'd have grown up with the opportunities to go out like Sawyer does, where he goes out with his dad. I'm sorry, goes out with his grandpa. Jamie is Sawyer's grandpa. I keep forgetting that because he looks so old. Had the opportunities to go out and go catch blue cats. That would have been cool as hell. Peace. This is the Grand River, and I'm on the east side of Eaton Rapids is the town I'm at. Creek Seeker, what's happening? How are you? I'm gonna give it another 10-ish minutes, and then I'm gonna pack it up. I'm not gonna end the stream. You guys might have to wait while I go in and get a donut though. That's seeming to feel more and more mandatory. But I'm gonna take you guys for a drive. We're gonna go look at there's another hydroelectric dam, maybe a mile and a half upriver. The access is on the other side of the river. So I'm going to go take a look at that and see if that's doable for a spot to fish. No, Peace, I made that one. I copied most of the idea that everybody had, other than I know they use 1x6 or 1x4s for the top plate. All I had was a bunch of 2x4s. So I just made the whole thing out of 2x4s. And then Cindy made fun of me. I don't know if you can see them, but on the bottom of the rods, those white caps, they're PVC pipe, the glue-on style end caps. For a couple of dollars, I'm like, yeah, I'd like to keep my rod butts out of the mud. So I added those on there, and man, they're nice. It works really good. That shorter rod in the middle is just, it's too short from real seat to base to fit in there. But my big cat rods, the 3 that I bought, those all work in there real well. Damn water chickens. I thought the caps were a good idea. And I've just caught just a never-ending rash of shit, mainly from Cindy about it. But to me, it made sense. Like, you know, why do I want to have the rod sitting in the mud if I could just elevate it and throw the cap down there? Them dogs, I agree. I thought for sure if I caught anything tonight, it was going to be a carp. I know, and I probably deserve it. I don't blame anybody for giving anybody crap. All right. What do you guys say? Donut run, and then $77 in Wisconsin today. I think we're supposed to do 75-ish. Yeah, I'm gonna start bringing these in, and then we'll go to a donut run and go look at this other dam. Yeah, me too, Peace. I definitely feel better today than I did like Thursday, Friday when it was just a couple of days old. That sucked. I was hurting then. So, all right, let me go bring these in. I'll pack some stuff up, and we'll go do a Travis and Cindy style end of the stream drive. Except Cindy's not gonna be able to stay in the car with you when I go in to get donuts. You guys will have to just self-medicate or self-entertain, whatever you want to call it. Yep. All right. I'm gonna start bringing them in. You guys self-entertain. Nikki, keep everyone happy. Talk about fishing recipes or whatever. I can nap if I want to. It's my truck. I do what I want. I gotta grab coffee and donuts. All right, let's get these in. We'll go grab some donuts, and then I'm gonna keep the live going. We're gonna go look at this other hydroelectric dam that's up current from us and see what fishing around that looks like. Man, everything's trying to dictate to me what I can and can't do. Truck decided didn't want to keep idling anymore. Probably emissions shit. Nikki telling me I can't take a nap. get anything? Nope. If I did, well, then I guess I gave that shit away to somebody. Alright. That goes back in there. Alright. Brace for shaking. Hold on. Get you guys off this tripod. Release, you son of a bitch. Alright, is everyone motion sick yet? Alright. Let's go find donuts and then go take a look at this other spot. How many donuts am I getting? Who all wants donuts? A dozen enough, or should I get 2 dozen? Holy shit, you guys are gonna get motion sick if I let you ride like that. Alright, hold on. Alright. That's a little better. 13, Baker's dozen. Kind of look at the rest of this little park up here. So this is all part of the same park. So I just kind of stopped at the first place I saw that looked like I could cast a couple rods out. Doesn't look bad down here. Though I doubt these people probably want me parked right next to their house in the middle of the night. But, you know. Oh, definitely me. But the good news is it stops after a couple of seconds, so it's fine. Alright, let's see if I remember right. I think you get out here and I think there's a Quality Dairy. Let's see, is it left or right? 50-50. Could be totally 0% too, not sure. Well, yeah, got to be in the shot. What are you gonna do, not represent Cindy? Great Lakes Family Restaurant. God, if I'm right and there is one in this town, it was right down here on the right hand side. If I'm wrong, then we're not getting donuts. Let's go, Quality Dairy, donuts. Shit's about to happen. I feel bad for those of you that don't have a QD nearby. This light needs to change. I'm going to have to run this fucking red light. Thank you. I found a spot. Alright, no kids allowed in the store. You guys behave. I'll be right back. Hurry up, give me your donut order. Up too late. Man, 6 of you guys still hanging out? You must really want donuts. Check it out. So we got, that's cherry chip, blueberry, they're giant apple fritters, and then glazed bow tie. And I would love to share these with you guys. But, yeah, fuck that, I'm eating them all. Damn, are they good. Never go buy food when you're hungry because friggin' everything looks good. Could have bought 2 dozen donuts, eaten a dozen of them. Felt like crap the rest of the day. Alright, let's see here. Let's go see if we can find the other end of this dam. Yeah, you guys messed up. You should have told me a while ago what you wanted. I'll save that apple fritter though. Those are really good when they're hot. Take that back and warm it up. All right. So those of you who haven't been to Michigan, welcome to your standard Michigan small town. They all look exactly the same. Be a hell of a lot easier to find this if I had the GPS up. But we'll just kind of wing it. We know it's left and it's on this side of the river, so if I keep going left and I don't drive into the water, well, eventually we'll hit it. God, their donuts are so good. Like, if I remember correct, Quality Dairy is like a Michigan chain. So they've got gas stations and donut shops all over the place, but they bake at one location and then ship them fresh every day to all the different stores. And they're damn good. Well, Ron, 23 hours away, I'll happily eat one of these donuts for you. I don't want you to have to suffer. I'll tell you it was terrible or whatever you want to hear. So the river's on the left. We're like straight across from where we were fishing. So far, all these roads to the left just dead end. So, Nikki, I have never seen a Quality Dairy completely sell out. I've seen them low, but I've never seen them totally sold out. As long as they're open, they've had donuts. Right on the river. Let's see, left or right? Go left. That sun's plenty bright for you guys. Sorry about that. Who wanted the cherry donut? Smithville Road. want to say that was Smithville Dam was the name of it. I guess we'll see. If we miss it, I may just have to make a trip down here another day and look at it. Oh, God. Nikki, you wanted the cherry donut? Great choice. Fucking amazing. Okay, so there's the bottom side of the dam. This looks pretty good. Can't drive up to it, so I'll have to have the lighting. But I got a feeling this is going to hold fish. Hold on, we'll go walk down there real quick, take a look at it. Maybe. Let's see where the battery's at. See if it'll support going down there or not. 7%. Now we'll just have to zoom in. But Ron, have a good one. Hey, I really appreciate you stopping in, ma'am. Thank you for the advice and tips. And I hope you have a safe day. Hope it's successful. And hope to see you in here again. But yeah, so it is hydroelectric. It's got an overspill as well. Runs right under the bridge. I bet this has got some good fish in it. All right, we'll give this a shot next time. So, that being said, since we made it over here, saw this dam, I think I am going to shut down the live since I don't have a Travis to drive me home. And if I drive home and end up hitting something, Nikki will kill me. I'm going to enjoy my donuts. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Nikki, no. Sorry. Wait, I lied. That's the last of the cherry donut. I'm sorry. But really, I appreciate you guys stopping in. I know there's other channels out there. There's other stuff you guys could be doing today. You didn't have to stop in here and hang out with me. But I really appreciate it. Hopefully this community keeps growing. You guys can talk, give each other shit, give me shit. And we can get some good fish caught. Or some good deer shot. Something. We'll definitely do something. But we'll be giving this spot a shot next time we come down here. Probably will be Thursday morning. I should be out of work by 12:30, 1 a.m. on Thursday. Well, Nikki, I've been up since 9 a.m. yesterday. Well, probably 8. So I got up when my kids got up, and I had them all day yesterday, dropped them back off to their moms. And then after that, I had to go run some errands before I went into work. So I've been up for 24 hours. I'm ready to go to sleep. But this looks like a really good dam. It looks like a good spot. I gotta imagine there's a ton of cats down in here. Probably some good carp. I'll make sure I got rod set up with adequate weight, and I'll get in and get some extra bait caught. So we got plenty of bait. Make sure I've got batteries charged, the lights are charged. We'll get down here and give this spot a shot on Thursday. So, but that'll probably be the next time I go live. Will be Thursday morning. So, Nikki, I got a 22-minute drive to get home from here. Now that I've had anything to eat, I've got a Arizona iced tea sitting here. I will be home in 25 minutes, and I'll be in bed and asleep in about 40. So, but seriously, guys, I really appreciate all you guys stopping in. Hopefully, you can stop back Thursday. It should be live Thursday morning, and we'll be out here at this hydroelectric dam and see if there are any flatheads sitting below it. Everything I've seen, other people catching flats online, this looks like a killer spot. So we'll give it a shot, see what happens. I'll bring the wagon. That way I can pack a bunch of extra gear. Not like it's a long walk or anything, but then I can take the batteries, the chairs, take everything in one trip, get down there. We'll see if we can get our first Michigan first flathead ever. So again, appreciate you guys. Everyone be safe today. Tell someone you love them. Give them a hug. If not, make sure you give Travis and Cindy a hard time, because why not? Talk to you guys later.